the previous video of this series, I presented you the relationship which got me to discover all the green flags to look for in a friend by realizing that in my current friendship there were none. So if you missed out on the previous episodes of this series, be sure to check this playlist out before continuing with this video. This friendship got me to realize how all the red flags we talk about for love relationships are present in friendships too. However, I also realized how I can contribute to design the relationship I want for a friend, but also the love relationship I want to manifest, and what my contribution is. First of all, as someone who experienced codependent trauma bonding in my teen years, I knew that in my 20s, I would have the tendency to move to the extreme opposite relationship style, which is avoidance. However, with this friendship, I realized how important it is for me to commit to the relationship because of the absolute lack of commitment from this friend. As I mentioned in the previous video, something I will no longer negotiate upon is the projection of others' emotions onto me. I grew up with such projections, and I realized that this was also a recurrent element in my friendships because I was so familiar with it. I would hang around people who treat me poorly because in my family this was presented as a form of affection. This was like, I treat you bad, but this is for your good. I think this is a form of tough love. I realized I will also no longer hang around people who will perpetuate this type of behavior. For instance, this friend I referred to in this series, she vents for hours about other friends. And this got me thinking, what prevents my friend to do the same with me, like to do the same about me? Maybe I am just another person she vents about. Because in the end, this is how she cares. She said for her, caring equals to enduring. For her, venting is just a form of affection because in the end you talk about the other person. I realized how twisted this is if you consider it as a form of tough love. Also, because I rejected all the toxic traits I grew up with in my family, I realized how important for me is to belong in a relationship because in the end I have no background to come back to. This links to the importance of devotion and dedication for me in a relationship. In terms of prioritizing not me, but the relationship we share. I am a ride or die type of person. I know for others it can be tough to counterpart this total commitment I have for the relationships I really care for. However, I guess the point for me is to get as close as possible to this type of care shared with someone else. I realized in a relationship, the least you can desire is to get to the podium, let's say. However, this also got me thinking, is there even such a podium when it comes about a relationship? I think this can be another toxic trait. If someone else makes you feel like you need to earn, deserve the devotion, the dedication, the commitment from the other person. To conclude, as I listed all of what I shared to someone else, I felt proud at first because I was like, now I know what I want and what I need in a relationship. I know what I want, what I need in a friend. I know what to search for, how to manifest the relationship, the friendship I desire. However, as I describe my current relationship with my friend, my current friendship, someone else was like, of course, you just need a new friend. The one you got is not a friend at all. This is all to say, of course, it is important to embark on this journey to get to know who you are, become conscious of who you are through relationships, to mature as you get curious, you become aware of who you are, you master the choices, the changes, you also become responsible and accountable, you can commit to belong to someone else. But the fact is, some people want to have a friend much more than they want to be a friend. This was my case with this person. At times, all of what we can do is to become the friend we want and we need. Let it come to us. All of what we can do at times is to be a friend, to have a friend.